You created these men who grew up to reject your image, and in my seminars we discuss what that means about Black women's perception of their image. But for the sake of this video, I want you to understand that this public disrespect of Black women, this smudging out of dark-skinned, unambiguously Black women and girls by our own men is centuries old, and it may not have started with your permission, but it continues with your consent. After all, you bought the tickets to see Wild 'N Out live. You went to the Chris Brown concerts. You downloaded the Roddy Ricch album. You paid that 2-drink minimum to the Yo Gotti show. You went to see Straight Outta Compton in theaters. It was Black women's unwavering support for these men that built their careers, that made them rich. And year after year, they did projects that showed you that you are not the prize. You are not the reward at the end of the hero's journey. You are the mule that gets them there. But you supported those projects anyway. You supported those men who pandered to your need for validation on the front end, but then sat another bitch on your throne on the back end. And in an effort to prove to yourself that you're not threatened by non-Black women being invited by your men into spaces that rightfully belong to you, you pretend like you're not bothered. And so your erasure continues, and you have to write op-ed after op-ed, begging and pleading for inclusion in the shit that you helped build. That being said, it would be unfair for me to lay all of this at the feet of Black women, especially for those of you who naively believe that uplifting Black men means uplifting the Black community, that a win for Black men is a win for us all, except it isn't. According to Pew Research Center, more than 30% of Black men with a college degree who were married in the last 5 years are married to non-Black women. That number is expected to grow, by the way. And Black men who earn more than $100,000 a year, the supposedly high-value Black men, are the least likely of their peers to get married, and the least likely of all Black men to marry a Black woman. The truth is that the more likely a Black man is to succeed, the less likely he is to uplift a Black woman to be beside him. But you should have already known that.
And when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl.
And when Black men enter positions of power, especially in media and entertainment, their first target tends to be you. It's a hard pill to swallow when you realize that you exalted these men and they paid you dust, but it's what happens when your absolute loyalty comes at a price of nothing. Let's talk desirability politics for 2 seconds, shall we? Black women aren't at the top of anyone's list of desirable partners, not even at the top of Black men's lists, according to some research. Why is that? Why is your image less than desirable? If you didn't know yourself and you saw the images of you that are out there, would you think that you're desirable? Not so much. But who's creating these images? Here's a hint. It's not you.